It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another trailer breakdown for the upcoming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This is my breakdown for the trailer for Season 6, Episode 7, which is called Damage from the Inside. Now, this is going to be the mid-season for Season 6. Obviously, The Walking Dead is structured so that each half season is 8 episodes, but in this case, because of the delays due to the pandemic, they have not been able to finish production for all the episodes. So because of that, they've made Season 6, Episode 7 be the mid-season. And then obviously the second half is going to have 9 episodes instead of 8. But with that said, let's dive right into this breakdown. Now, the title itself, Damage from the Inside, does give us a hint in terms of what we might see. I think Damage from the Inside is hinting at a possible scenario where someone does damage to Virginia from the inside. Now, whether that's someone like Daniel or John or Victor, or if it's someone like Virginia's own sister Dakota, remains to be seen. But I think that there's going to be some sort of a storyline where someone sabotages something or tries to do some damage to Virginia from inside her camp. But the trailer starts with this shot of Alicia breaking a window, and then this shot of Alicia, and then this shot of someone. We don't know who this is, but they're doing some sort of experiment on this walker. This person could be from the same group that does the spray painted messages on the walls that says the end is the beginning. It could be someone from a different group, but at this point I'm leaning more towards him being part of that group. Then we have this shot of Dakota riding along with Victor Strand. She says now's the time to do something. This goes back to what I said earlier about a possible scenario where Dakota could be the one doing some damage from the inside. Now that Virginia is weaker, you could say, in a way, both physically and mentally. Then we have this shot of Victor Strand. This is part of the same scene. We have this shot of Virginia talking to someone, not exactly sure who, but she says, "Where are you going to go?" Which is interesting. And then we have this shot of, I think, Victor and maybe Virginia, maybe someone else, but they're riding on a horse. And then we have this shot of Victor, and then this shot of a walker. Someone clearly did some damage to the walker. And then we have this shot of Charlie saying whoever did that is crazy. That's very true. Not as crazy as her because she shot Nick. I'm just kidding. But yeah, the person who did this is probably the same person that we saw earlier, who had the walker tied up and everything. Then we have this shot of a walker, and then this shot of Morgan saying it doesn't have to go this way. Not sure who he's talking to, but take a look at what's on the wall in the background. That appears to be some sort of a mask. That does come around in a little bit. Then we have this shot of what seems to be walkers getting into one of the communities that Virginia has, and it looks like there's a megaphone or something along those lines that we see in the front. Then we have this shot of someone looking at the herd attacking the community. But take a look at what they're wearing. Take a look at the horns on the mask. Remember what was on the wall behind Morgan? I think there's a connection there. I think that whoever this is could be with Morgan because he's wearing a similar mask as the one that was on the wall. Then we have this shot of Alicia fighting off a walker, and then this shot, and then we have this shot of a walker, but take a look at what they're wearing. Obviously, we have one of Virginia's keys, or the keys that Virginia gives her Rangers. So this must have been one of Virginia's Rangers. Then we have this shot of Alicia waking up, so someone kidnapped her, which is interesting. I don't know if this is part of what Virginia is doing or if this is the new group. Either the ones that spray paint the messages or someone else who's doing some weird and twisted stuff to the walkers. And then we have this shot of Virginia and Victor Strand going at it. Virginia says, "Which side of this are you on?" So there appears to be some tension between those two, which is interesting. We have this shot as well, which is from the same scene. We have this shot of someone closing some sort of a door. There's a herd on the other side. And then we have this shot of Dakota on top of some sort of a balcony looking down. It looks like there may be like flames around. And it looks like this could be connected to what we saw earlier, where we had the herd attacking the community. So that could be part of this. And then we have this shot of Victor Strand pointing his gun at someone. Now, I don't know whether this is Virginia or not. I doubt it, but this is extremely interesting. And then we have this shot of Walker's trying to get inside. Again, part of the same thing I talked about. This shot of Alicia with her hands tied. And then this shot of Walker's getting into a building. Obviously, this is the same door that was locked earlier that we saw, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens here and whether this is in fact one of Virginia's camps being overrun by walkers. That's pretty much everything that was in this trailer. Extremely interesting stuff. Again, this is going to be the mid-season finale, so I'm sure that they're going to do something big. But at the same time, because of the delays and everything, this wasn't meant to be a mid-season. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a huge cliffhanger in here and they didn't mean to have an actual cliffhanger for the mid-season finale, but it just happened to kind of line up like this. But with that said, that's pretty much everything. I'm extremely interested to see what happens next and where we go from here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to share and smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.